Ah, shit. Anyways, well, this is Acid Trip. I am here. You're one of your hosts, Lewis or Luis, whatever you want to fucking call me. I don't give a shit. And here I am with the other two, which are Giselle and Joseph. Say hi.
What up? What
What
up?
up?
Hey. So, what are we going to talk about first? About how we knew each other.
Yeah, how we met each other.
Fuck.
That same that. Shh. How we
Sorry.
met each other. So,
I was destroying a
Yeah,
how
cookie.
about who start? Who gonna start?
yeah, I was gonna start.
Well, I'll start. Fuck it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, how I met Louise. Fuck. Fuck. Sorry. I'm dying.
Stop eating cookies and you won't die.
A fucking cookie just fell.
Good. You fucking fat ass. Now get along with it.
Okay. Well, how I met Louise. When I met Louise, I was at a gazebo at a school, at my high school. Well, they were just putting death metal very hard. I was like, hey, death metal, and a black person is putting it. Yo, that's interesting. So I went up to him. We started talking. I was like, he's a very interesting person. The next day, he started roasting me with a lot of his friends. And I never felt more fucked up in my whole life. I was like, damn, an injured soldier just came back to battle. Like, hello, Luis. Hello, fucking fat ass. And there's another dude saying that I look like a Mexican. Some other dude just fucking roasted me. It was the worst day of my life.
We told him he looked like a mongoose. He looked like a Bigfoot. Ah, but I personally respected Giselle because even though we roasted him, he took it like a champ. And unlike other people, he actually knew his place. Other
Yeah,
people would to try to roast us and perish in battle. You know, like it's D and D.
yeah.
And they wouldn't know their place till it was too late. But I
So they
respected Giselle
suicided.
because he knew his abilities.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, how did you meet Joseph though?
how I met Joseph? Well, first of all, let me just tell you. In school, there was a crazy ass bitch that was my girlfriend. Let's call her Third Eye. Third Eye.
Third eye.
Well,
Sitting there.
I was with Joseph walking, and I saw her boyfriend, and he was a Legend of Zelda fan. I was a big Legend of Zelda fan too. So I went up to him, and we started talking about Legend of Zeldas. And my ex girlfriend had Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which is my favorite. The point is, she starts saying, "Oh, you're a poser. You don't know about nothing about Zelda." I was taking an offense by a person that liked furries. Let's just said that. So,
Like say.
so I was like, "Yo, you a poser. You just play one Legend of Zelda game, and you telling me that I don't know shit." She got mad pissed, bro. I was like, "With Joseph, let's get out of here. Like, let's leave these losers, perfectly knowing that I'm a fucking loser." And she just grabbed a fucking large ass rock and she threw it at me. And everybody screamed like if she had a gun and she just shoot me like a fucking series or some shit. And in reality, I just heard a thud. I didn't hear pain. I was like, whoa, she threw a rock. And then I saw my nigga Joseph and he was like injured from battle because the fucking rock hit him. I was like, she's a motherfucker. And Joseph was mad pissed. And we were talking shit about her, and a fucking friendship started.
To basically make you guys imagine the situation better, it kind of happened like this. Mm!
Perfect
Oh man,
demonstration.
And then we just looked
That
back,
is-
and she was as red as a tomato. By the way, she was fucking so red. It wasn't even funny. I was actually scared for her well-being.
She was a millimeter away from having a stroke.
I swear. Like you could see her veins popping out and shit. Like that was not healthy.
That's sad because she looks like Alien from Predator. Uh,
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Jesus.
oh man. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, how did you meet me, Joseph?
Well, it's actually a pretty interesting story. We didn't meet each other on normal circumstances on normal school. The only reason why we met each other is because we had practices on summer, and we basically started talking because of my brother, which is really ironic because then we just started talking alone practically, and then we started talking shit about my brother. So it all just went full circle. So basically, you just like we were just texting on Messenger. I was like, "Fuck Messenger, let's just text on WhatsApp."
Give me a second. Give me a second. Stop gargling cum, Jessel. Swear
Shut
to
the
God.
fuck up. I was drinking water. I was dehydrated.
Stop swallowing cum. Anyways, keep going.
Shut up.
I like stories about
Your
me.
water. So, fuck, my phone is dirty. So, um, we just like I was like, "Yo, have my WhatsApp," and you were like, "Okay." It's like, "Hey, do you play PlayStation?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude." Then you were like, then download this game if you don't have it. It's a pretty famous game. It's really good. It's like one of the best games in the fucking PS4 for free. It's one of the best games you can get for free. I'm like, bro, what is it? It's fucking Fortnite. What is it? Nah, bro, it's H1Z1. Like the best battle royale ever, bro. Let's hit this shit. I'm like, I didn't even know H1Z1 was for the fucking PS4. He opened my eyes in that department. I started playing with him, and then he tried to invite one of his friends, but simply for the fact that I was my brother's brother, his friend didn't want to join. So it took convincing for him.
Just saying, before you continue, his brother is literally so annoying. A lot of people that used to play 3DS with him got sick of his shit and just didn't play with him because he once even threw his 3DS on the floor and started stomping it from rage, and that was on fucking like Smash. So you can imagine
Yeah.
just a like a 6'2" gorilla fucking stomping his his DS.
He's not
You're
that
not
big.
gonna want to play with him.
He's not that big.
To me, he's like 6'2". It's like fucking King Kong or some shit. Keep going.
Of course, coming from a bone extension. So
Shut up.
so basically, yeah, like we just started shit about my brother, and then I was like, you know what, I'm tired of talking shit about my brother. Let's just fucking fuck it, talk shit about someone else, and then we started talking shit about someone in specific. Let's call it No Dick.
Ah, yes. Let me start there.
Yeah.
So,
keep it real.
like, No Dick is exactly who glued us together. If it weren't for No Dick, we wouldn't be such good friends.
Yeah.
No Dick was basically a third, if not fourth character. You know, there's secondary, third, second. He was like third or fourth character, right, in a story. Then he boosted up to like first character. You know, primary character when he
Primary
started dating
villain.
a friend. Yeah, when he started dating a friend of ours, right? And we knew his
I
shit.
mean,
personally-
they were already dating when I met them. So.
Right. Well, I knew them before, and I told her, the girl he was dating, that guy, you should really think twice because I know his shit. He cheated before. You know, he a lying ass, and he been lying to you even when you fucking meeting him, and he's been like trying to get petty out of you and all that shit. She was like, no, I know what I'm doing. She started dating him and all this shit. And I kept trying to convince her the fact that, you know, this is a poisonous relationship. He's being a dick and he's lying to you. To the point where I got so much information, not only me, but Joseph as well, that he was
Yeah.
trying to cheat on her, and he ended up succeeding cheating on her. And some of his friends had to tell her in front of his face as well that he actually cheated on her and lied to her face. She's still with him right now. Uh, it got to the point where we just got so sick of her shit that we stopped trying to help her because it was just turning into a vicious cycle, and we got sick of her shit. And long story short, we went to a, you could say, a vacation, right? With the choir. We were supposed to sing somewhere, and we made that kid's life a living hell because he was still trying to mess with us. If it weren't for those
But let's just
beautiful moments of ruining a life, we would never be such great friends.
yeah, but let's just leave it there. We can leave the choir vacation for
For next week, let's leave that for next week.
Yeah.
yeah. God,
So now we're talking about like bad experiences with people. I swear, ah, that should be our next topic. Um,
all right.
anyone want to share?
I'll start. I'll
Enigmatic
start. I'll
experience.
start.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I just start off with I was at Walgreens and I wanted Monster, but I wanted a chocolate bar. So I said, why not both? Baddest decision of my fucking life.
Instant
that
pep
moment,
talk, I swear.
in that moment, I knew I had ass cancer.
That was
Well,
so resumed. I swear.
yeah.
But
Okay.
aside from shitty jokes like your life, Joseph, do you have anything else?
Oh, okay, bet.
Oh my god, wow. So like I had a pretty I had a pretty bad
It all
experience.
started when I was young.
Started when I was born. All them people saying you wish you were aborted. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. So now, like in all seriousness, I had like a really bad experience.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that all started when I was in my music school, because I'm in a music school and there's two buildings for this music school. There's an old building and there's a new building, and they're both across the street. I was outside the old building, and normally homeless people like cross around in front of us, but they were really nice. No, most of the time. Normally they even give us advice and shit to not follow their footsteps. And yeah, like the most harmful thing they did is just like try to fucking force you to give them money. But even then, like they would fuck off after like the third try. So it came to me as a surprise when someone was like coming.
Wait. They were like the Loch Ness monster, you know? I just need 350. 350. That's what I need. 350. Because over here, they
Yeah.
don't ask for like a penny or like a quarter or like sparing any change. They're like, nah, I need 350.
Nah, fuck that
Uh,
shit. The most a homeless person has asked me is $1. You can fucking know how I just fucking ignored him and just walked away. I say no to when fucking Walgreens asks me to donate. You think I'm gonna give you, motherfucker, $1? I don't even know.
just so you
Fuck
know,
off.
Joseph is like a leprechaun. He may have a pot of gold, but he's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, no, like you do not mess with my money.
See what I mean? He's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. So we just like walk in front of. Wait, hold on. You say I'm cheap as fuck? I buy you shit all the time. Anyway,
Oh shit!
It's such a latent response, I swear.
yeah, fuck yeah. I had it in my mind. I didn't know if I was gonna throw it, and I threw it. So I was outside the building, and like it came to my surprise that this homeless guy was walking in front of me with a fucking shopping cart. I was like, that looks weird, and he was like walking all wobbly, and I'm like, the fuck is he doing? Is he okay? And I'm like just looking at him, like I was looking at him funny because I thought he was gonna do something. Then he just stands straight out of nowhere, just in front of me, just goes completely straight, pulls out like 12 needles, start taking the cap, and I'm just there looking at him like, oh, it's okay. Hey, what's the worst that could fucking happen? Did I get fucking stabbed? Oh, that's probably was gonna fucking happen. I don't fucking give a shit. It took my friend to fucking push me out of the way, like, yo, Joseph, fuck out of here. What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck are you standing still? I wasn't even shocked. I wasn't even looking at him because I was shocked or like I was scared. I was just looking at him because I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch ass? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I like in my head I thought it was Jackie Chan and I was about to fucking like deflect the needles and fucking stab him in the eye with them. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Basically, that all went away when he pushed me inside, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck actually happened?" Like, I started thinking about what happened. I stomached it, and I was like, "I could have fucking died." So we fucking told the teachers, and they told everyone to like go inside until they apprehend this guy. And this guy was just like, "What? Me? I'm leaving." And then the fucking school's professor was like, "Why are you running? Why are you running?" And he fucking bucked it with a fucking shopping cart. It was fucking hilarious, and I almost. So yeah, bad experience, but it's also hilarious. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's go with mine then. Well, this was when I was like small, probably first grade, if I'm not mistaken, around that age. I think I was like 7 or 8. All I remember, right, is that me and my brother were on our bikes, and we're like, we should probably explore the neighborhood, go around, see what we can find, right? So we go to one street. We're like, shit, this is boring. You can't find shit here. Then we go to another street. We're like, this is pretty cool. See some colorful houses. They look like they rich. That cool. Then we go to this other street. And as soon as I got on this street, it looked sketchy as fuck. Like it was sunrise and it looked dark, like an alley in fucking New York. That's how it looked. And it is a wide place, So as soon as we get on the street and we start strolling in the middle, this dog starts barking at us. Now, mind you, I'm like in fifth grade. I'm like in like first grade. I'm fucking small as fuck. I'm like fucking 2'5" or like 3'4", something around that. Right. So this dog was medium size. He wasn't that big. Right. But to me, he looked like a fucking lion. Right. So I look at him. He's barking loud as fuck. And you see the fear in my eyes. My fucking like 8 to 7-year-old fucking eyes just like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Right? So my brother's like, don't worry. Don't worry. He won't get out of there. He's behind the fence. Now the dog keeps strolling beside us, barking at us, and I see a hole in the fence. The dog sees the hole in the fence too, as soon as I look at it. And he's like, cool. You fucked now. And as soon as my brother said what he said, the dog saw it, I saw it. This is all in a flash moment. And as soon as he comes out, I'm like, the fuck you won't, and start jetting it, Because fuck, no, I'm not getting bit by a dog. so I'm running the fucking fastest I can, on my bike running, of course, because you can do that. I'm pedaling as fast as I can, fucking jetting it out of there, yeet. And the dog's right behind my ankle. And he's trying to bite my ankle. I'm like, shit. And my brother's like right behind me. And all I can hear when he passes me is like, run, fucking what? So he basically was going 50 miles an hour, and my poor small ass can't even go past 10, right? And this dog is right behind me. And he's fucking like trying to bite me. For some reason, he stopped because he got tired, right? So I'm laughing, crying here. And he kind of slowed down. Then he heard me fart, and he's like, nah, I'm going at it again. Because fuck him. I heard a sound. And he keeps fucking like running, getting real close to me. And I'm fucking like crying like a little bitch. As soon as we get at the end of the road, he finally gets fucking tired. He's like, you know what? Nah, I'm too small for this. I'm gonna go home. 10 out of 10, the worst day of my fucking life.
God damn.
Yo, that was scary as fuck.
I just
it's
imagine,
hilarious.
like a three fucking. I just see this fucking normal ass kid running away. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you see this 3 foot kid running from a fucking small ass dog.
Yeah. my brother was like 5 something by then. He's just like fucking ah. Brother's a
You
dick.
just straight up,
Love him though.
you just straight up cheated.
Definitely. Fuck no. Ah. But yeah. Any other like bad experiences?
Deviation.
Oh fuck.
Yo. I think
Well,
I can't remember of another one, man. You got any? Justin?
okay. Fuck. Okay. Yo, there was this one time I was with my friend, right?
Mhm.
And my friend was like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
friends.
bro," and she started calling me a lot. I was like, "What the fuck do you want?" And he said, "I have an emergency." I said, "What? What is it?"
Go take a
This
shit.
Nick, nah, nigga, bro,
Yo, I
could
think
you
I know what
believe? Could you believe this dude left his weed on the park? I was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck you just did?" And he was like, "Yo, it's an emergency. My mother caught me." And I just like, yeet. He went and straight up to the car, right? And he went to his grandmother's house, right? And I was like, "What the fuck you want me to do? Grab it, keep it on your house, and return to me it later." I was like, "What the fuck? I'm not gonna do that shit." So he
In that
went.
moment, Giselle became a drug dealer for 24 hours.
No, for like 2 hours. 2 hours. I was like, "Yo,
I
what the
wanted a dramatic effect, but okay.
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck you just did?" And I was like, straight up communication with him, and he said, "Yo, well,
This guy was like
nobody's in."
transporter, always on his phone. I
The
got the
mom's like
package.
listening, and he's like, the mom's like listening. He's like, well, my mom caught me just smoking some dookie, you know. It's all Gucci though.
It's all good.
I'm smoking that JJ. Well, I got the package. Where do I deliver?
Yo, I straight up, I was like, "Yo, I have a plan, but I don't know if you're gonna like it. Tell me." Nobody's in your house, right? No. I was like, "Bet." I hang up the phone. I went to his house, right? And then I just straight up jump the fence, go to the patio, grab the fucking wood, and just place it there. I just yeeted. I yeeted it. Yo, bro, there was a fucking old lady. There was a
You left it there like it was a dark web package.
yo. No, I left it very hidden, right? I left it very hidden, so nobody would knew shit. But if her mom decided just to, hey, this is a good piece of wood, and grab it and see that shit, she's like, "What is this? Fucking
This is
fake
this is
grass
the
from
worst.
Walgreens?"
This is the worst story I've ever heard in my life.
Shut the fuck up.
I
It
would
was extremely scary for
I
me.
would rather watch Avatar: Last Airbender, the live action again,
Ew.
and gouge my eyes out than hear this story. I swear.
Shut up.
Dude,
It
shut
was
the
the
fuck
most.
up. You made yourself look like the overload of roasters in the beginning of the fucking podcast. You can't talk shit.
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
he just roasted me. I'm like, well, what do I do? I'm not gonna do shit. It's a podcast. What the fuck am I gonna do?
I'm
If
sorry.
I-
I'm sorry. I'm just very excited right now.
Continue the story. Continue the story.
Well,
Stop,
fuck. Okay.
stop coughing, nigga. You smoking?
No, nigga, I'm fucking sick.
Die already.
Okay. Well, I straight up yeeted to the patio, put it there, I planted it, and I went back. I'm like, bro, I left it there. And you know what happened? Her mom just straight up starts to park while I was in the patio. I was
No
like,
way.
oh my god. Is this the end for Spider Man?
Real
Will this be the end for the Sea Fighters?
Bing,
Let's
bing,
Literally.
stay
bing,
tuned for the
bing,
next
bing,
episode.
bing, bing.
I was like,
Snake,
yo, what the
snake.
snake? Snake! Okay, okay. So, and his battery went out. And luckily, the front gate, I locked it so it would like appear it didn't have shit, right? Well, I just went black mode and started to jump fences a lot. And, well, luckily,
So
I
you,
fell to the
so you
fucking
were
ground.
you felt like you were in like fucking what's that zombie game called, right? The one that's like
Dead by Daylight.
there we go, Dead by Daylight.
I felt exactly, dude. I was like straight up running, and you know what the fuck happened? I fell, and I twisted my ankle, and my
Ah,
fucking
yes.
muscle got pulled. I was like, oh my god, this is the end. I felt like, oh my, yo, I felt scared. I was like, legitimately call 911, like, yo, explain me the story. I was delivering weed, and I fell to the ground.
Man down, what happened? Package delivered, man down.
Exactly. So that was the fucking story. That the
well,
one of my
well,
bad experiences.
well, talking about weed. I got a few stories about while getting high.
Oh,
Fuck
go
yeah.
on.
What are we?
Ah.
We're only in topic 2, and this is already taking like half of the podcast.
Fuck it. So one time I got high, right? So it was a school day. It was like 12, pretty sure like 12 around that time, right? So I'm like, fuck it. I got some weed, bought it with some friends. Let's go smoke it. Right, so we get some paper, we roll it up, blah blah blah. We go out of the school and we go to this park, right? So as we were walking to the park, we light it up and start smoking. At some point, it hits me so hard. I am so high. I'm getting like fogged vision. I'm getting like tunnel vision, right? And I'm walking straight. I'm listening to my friends, but as I start hearing them, I kind of dissociate from where I'm walking. I just keep walking straight like a fucking robot. And I see this black figure kind of run real fast. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Was that a cat? Like, yeah, it was a cat. I thought it was a dog. You dumbass. Right? so I fucking saw that shit and I get paranoid. I'm like, what the fuck happens if like the fucking police get here? And they're like, don't worry about it. And they're fucking high as well. And the whole fucking time I'm just like fucking paranoid. My eyes red and fucking I look like a Hawaiian with sand in his eyes, you know? So fun time. It was like the second time I smoked. No. Like the second time I smoked, so I was paranoid as hell.
Surprised you
Any
smoked
stories from you
after
guys?
that. Nah, I'm done with bad. I was done a long time ago with bad stories.
Tell me a
Okay.
story. Go ahead. Someone tell a story. I got a few.
A story like more bad stories. I ain't got anything else.
You ain't got a story about getting high?
You're not human.
Oh shit! Like, well, I only have one story, bruh.
Wait, people, wait. Joseph is high. He dissociated from the conversation and didn't know what I was talking about. I feel betrayed. Are you gonna tell your
Oh my
story or
God.
just gonna betray us like that?
I wish I was high right now so I can still make this podcast. But now I'm not. So, so The only story I have high is that you fucking gave me a little bit. I'm like, fuck it. I took it, and then we're just calm. And then I was like, hey,
So give me a second. Give me a second. Let me explain it in detail. I once brought this nugget of weed, right? It was a dispensary nugget, so it was preheated, right? So it had some THC on the leaf, right? It was enough to get us both high, but he got even higher because he doesn't have any tolerance to it since he never really tried it. This was the first time he tried it. He got
first time
pretty high.
only.
Yeah, he got pretty high after a while. But before he got high, he fucking munched on the leaf. He didn't swallow it. He bit it, and his mouth smelled like fucking weed, right? It was skunky as hell. And we were in a closed room, and this one bitch.
We were in the quiet classroom.
Yes, and this one bitch.
Before it was before we started practicing. Keep in mind, so I had to open my mouth to fucking sing.
Right, so this one little bitch is like smelling around, and the fucking teacher gets there, and she's like, smells weird in here. Can't you smell it? It smells pretty weird in here. And this bitch goes, yeah, it smells like weed. And I'm like, fuck. This one bitch is gonna rat out Joseph, and then it's gonna lead to me, and we're fucked. Right?
The thing is that
continue,
nobody
Joseph.
thought it was me. Nobody suspected me. Nobody suspected me. Everybody thought it was you.
It was the black guy.
Everybody just looking at you is like, oh, it's obviously the black guy with the
dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
The dreadlocks.
The black guy with the dreadlocks did it.
It's like,
It's
how much more
racist.
stereotypical can you fucking get? It's like a black guy with fucking dreadlocks, a reggae goddamn beanie, fucking baggy ass clothes, and goddamn weed. Like, you can't get any more stereotypical than that.
Screw the choir. Anyways, keep going.
So yeah, like everybody was like, "Yo, someone smoked weed," and then the teacher was like, "I know, none of you. Don't worry." Like, okay, we were like, "Oh, I'll chill. I'm like, whatever. It's just gonna fucking happen. If she catches me, she catches me. Nothing I could fucking do." So like, she never catched me, and then I went to my house. I fucking ate the most amazing combination of fucking mac and cheese with goddamn milk. And then I shit you not. I took a shit and I felt lightheaded. And it just smelled, it just stunk of weed. The fucking toilet just stunk of weed. And I was just sitting there like, fuck. And I was like, yo, Joseph, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. So I go back to the school and it hasn't really hit me yet. But then out of nowhere, I just start laughing and I just fucking pull a shitty ass joke like, Luis, you a dumbass. And then I start laughing my ass off. And then he's like, are you high? I'm like, I don't think so. He's like, nah, nigga, you fucking noticeably high. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, God damn, I need to pull myself together. I'm about to enter one of the strictest teachers' classroom. I need to pull it together. So I enter the classroom. I pull it together, and then I fucking fall asleep. I just fall asleep. I just fall asleep in front of the strictest teacher. One of the strictest, my strictest teacher at the time. I just fall asleep. She said nothing. I think she knew what was happening, but
This
she
nigga's
didn't
high.
say shit. Yeah. And then when I woke up really mad because like I don't know, I was kind of annoyed before I took the weed and like the high effect was kind of like going away. So I was like really mad after it started going away. And like I was just really like I was sleeping in one classroom and in the other classroom I was like, fuck this teacher. So it was like it was like a weird ass balance.
Fuck.
So it was like a weird ass balance. Then I just went home and just like I swear to God, I never stared at the wall as much as I did that day. That wall seemed like the fucking Lion King remaster. That was the shit. That wall was the most interesting. Nothing else was interesting enough for me. I didn't even answer the phone. They called me. They called me a lot of times. I did not answer the phone.
You said
This
it.
wall needed my full attention. So then I was like, man, this wall is really interesting. But fuck it. And I fell asleep. So
This was a very
fucking-
interesting wall.
that was very- Then I woke up,
Yo,
went to school, and then I was more high than I was yesterday. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, have I forgot what it feels to be sober? I took only a little bit. Fuck. So I'm just looking at the teacher talking and talking and talking, and then I just like out of nowhere I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking muppet. Look at his mouth. This guy's a fucking muppet. I fucking swear to God, this guy's a fucking muppet. A girl started talking and I just like I thought I said it in my head, but everybody started looking at me. I just murmured to myself, fuck up. And then after I left the classroom, I'm like, yo, this guy looks like Drew Carey. And I just looked for yourself for the whole school. I was like, yo.
stop
this-
coughing.
Tell me
Yeah.
don't look like fucking Drew Carey. And he was like, Joe, he looked like Drew Carey. And that was like the funniest shit to me for the whole day. And then the next day I was like, I
Well.
need to get high again.
Well, I just remembered a fucking story, man. I remember this one time, 2 times actually, but let's go with the first one. Remember when I was in like the state test, right? And I was like, you know what? It's morning. I should probably smoke a bit. So I had this vape and I had a bit of like weed left. I was like with my friend. I was like, fuck it, let's smoke it now, whatever. And we smoked it. Thing is that when we smoked it, we remembered we had state tests. So I'm going into the state test, right? High as a kite, right? I could literally hear pigeons from fucking 50 miles away. That's how high I was. And right, so I'm just like fucking noticeably high, right? I'm just there chill. And this one motherfucker that knew me was like, oh shit, Lewis, you good? You good? You feeling good? You up in the clouds? And I'm like, shh, cállate. And this teacher heard him, right? And she looked at me. I looked at her. I'm like, fuck. She noticed. And she's like, Luis, ¿estás bien? Sí, sí, estoy bien. ¿Qué pues? Me siento un poco ansioso. Right? So I tell her that I'm like fucking anxious and shit. And she's like asking if I'm okay. Right? So I'm there high as fuck. And I'm paranoid now because she know I'm high. And I'm doing my test, and out of nowhere, like this fucking transformer, right? Or like you could say, yeah, it's like it was like a transformer. A fuse starts like buzzing and shit, like, and I hear it next to me. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Right? And everyone in the test just looks at me like I'm some kind of fucking retard.
Grand out
I was like that. I finished the first part of the test high. Well, I didn't even finish it. I didn't even go like halfway through, and I had like the papers, the scores to prove the fact that I was high, and I only completed half of the fucking part. It was the Spanish part, man.
Oh my
Half of the
god!
fucking part.
No, you
Oh,
have to do
shit.
so much writing in that part. Did you write
I'm
any
like-
of the paragraphs high?
No, I was high as fuck. I couldn't even concentrate. I was like trying to concentrate, but my my fucking brain would just go to dun, 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 the whole fucking test while I'm high. Like I'm trying to concentrate, and and out of nowhere, just like fucking Neon Cat comes out of nowhere. So no,
None of the
I
paragraphs.
was pretty
okay.
fucking high. Another
tell.
time was, and this time I thought like the effects would go away, but I was wrong. and the effects were stronger, right? So I smoked this in like, yeah, about midday, right? In our recess, smoked it. I'm like, this is gonna go away. Don't worry about it. So about an hour passes by, then another passes by, and another, and out of nowhere, I'm in my uh almost last class. What do you call that? Like second to last, yeah, something like that.
La-
Anyways,
last period.
almost last period. It's the one before the last period. Anyways, thing is, I
Oh,
had a project. I had a nice oral report to do. Real fucking nice.
Oh, I remember you told me about this because like your friend was also high.
Yeah, the thing is that we're both high as fuck, like really fucking high. Really high. And she just looks at me, I look at her, and we're just like, we're fucked. We need to sober up, and we're in her class, right? So she gives she gives hers first, and she didn't want to give it because she was high as fuck and she knew it. And she was trying to give her oral report. She's like fucking sedated. She's like, well, this was like chemistry. My element is this element, esto si lo otro, right? She's just like trying to say it, and she's like slow as fuck. And the teacher's like nodding and shit, looking at her like with a vicious look. And I'm getting even more fucking paranoid because I'm like, fuck, she noticed. And she like in the middle of everything, she's like, are you okay? You okay? Seem weird today. And I'm in panic mode here, trying not to die in my seat. Right? And she sits down and she's like, I fucked up. I was like, I know. It's gonna be my turn next. And like one or two people pass by, then it's my turn. I breathe in. And I try to bullshit my way through it, right? So I remembered a few of the details of my element. My element was 20, if I'm not mistaken, iron. And I was like, you know what? It's my time to shine. I'm like, oh, it has this type of mass. It can be made into this. It has this property. It has this many electrons, this many neutrons, this many positrons, blah, blah, blah. And she's like focused on me, trying to focus as well. I'm trying to like match her energy while I'm fucking high. So I fucking feel, I fucking felt like a Ditto at the moment, trying to like fucking transform into that Pokemon and shit. And out of nowhere, I'm like, maybe I should really bullshit my way through it. And I just like thought of a little fun fact, and I threw it on there. I said, "Oh, this fucking beach in Puerto Rico, it's called Playa Rosada, has a lot of deposits in the edge of the at the basically fucking at the edge of the cliff, right? It has a lot of iron deposits there, and it can be seen that it has a kind of cubical form, whatever the fuck. And she fucking like spins off and starts thinking about the little fun fact I gave her, and I was saved. She never noticed I was high. That was the most intense transaction I have ever had while high. I felt it was like Mission Impossible. I felt like James Bond at the moment, fucking defusing a bomb. Oh man.
Yeah.
Being high and going to class is fun.
Yeah.
I've never done that in my life.
Don't do that, kids. Just so you know, don't do that. Don't. I never taught you that. You never heard it from me. Shh. How about you, Giselle? Have any like fun stories while high?
Wow.
Here
Believe
we go. It's gonna
me.
be a shitty one.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. It's like, okay. Well, there was one time, like, fuck. Okay, there was one time I was with my friend on the park. Like, it was my like close to my birthday, right? So we were there just fucking around, and we were hitting the shit, right? So I was like, damn, I am extremely fucked up. I was on Pluto, swear. So I I was like extremely concentrated on focusing to seeing a little rock next to a nut. I was just extremely focused on seeing that. And then I heard the sound of a transfer. Transformer, un transformer. I don't know what the fuck. It
Like,
fucking exploded. I was like, wait, is that my nigga Shazam, bro? I was like, oh shit.
So fuck.
And then I saw the whole park just went out of light. I was like, damn. Well, cool. There's no light. We're gonna see the stars. My brother called and he said, you need to come back out to my house. And I was like, oh no. I was in the fucking I was in Pluto. I was like, damn, let me go back to my house, bro. And then I just told my friend, yo, do I look good? And he said, yeah, you look good. I never noticed I was walking like a fucking penguin. I was like,
That's
with all
that's
the
literally that is literally all the friends I know when they're high except fucking Luis.
nah,
was like-
I can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm the kind of person that even when I'm drunk, I will never seem drunk to you because I know how to fake it. Now, being high and trying to fake that shit is really hard, but I try my
Yeah.
best. Just know that I will always slip up because I'm like talking and then I'm gonna be like out of fucking nowhere because I'm that high. But but when I'm drunk, it's different. I could be like slurring words in front of you. My mom calls me and I fucking like fix up my tie and shit. I look like a businessman. I'm like, yeah, what
I
do you want?
can confirm. I can confirm.
Like, what do you want? Ah, okay, yeah, I'm here. Da, 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 da. Okay, bye. Love you, mom. Boom. And then go back to slurring words.
Yeah.
Damn.
But keep going, Joe. Giselle.
So I was like, damn, I was walking like a fucking penguin. And I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I was like, do I smell like it? I never had an idea. Well, I went to my house. I told my brother, sup, hello, and all that shit, right? And he said, yo, put two candles, turn on two candles, right? I've never been so focused in my life trying to put fire on two candles. I was like, damn, shit.
Like a caveman to fire, man.
I swear I was like that. But
He was praying to the he was praying to the fire god to just put it for him because he could not fucking do it for life.
bet you $20. In that moment, Giselle was was in the fucking like Scooby Doo movie with the Tiki Men, fucking in the
yo,
bonfire, and shit,
literally,
like,
dude.
dancing.
I was
Sure,
like,
you
yo,
can light a ciggy. You can light a ciggy, but can you light a candle? That is the real
Yo.
question.
shut up. I was like, yo. Well, I did it, right? But here's the problem. The candles smell like birthday cake, dude.
He got hungry.
Yo, I did it. I was like, birthday cake. And my brother was like, what? And I was like, none.
Birthday cake.
So I went to the bathroom and I said, yo, let me check on my mirror. And then when I entered and when I saw the mirror, bro, I fucking had my eyes redder than a fucking tomato. Swear. I was like, oh my god. Am I so
your eyes look like
fast?
clown noses. Your eyes look like clown noses, man.
Literally, dude. I was like, damn. And then I took a shower, right? The best fucking shower I ever had in my fucking life.
I'm sorry. Did you like smoke weed or like like did you fucking smoke ecstasy? What the fuck?
I don't
Can
know
you
what
even
the
smoke
fuck was.
ecstasy?
No,
I
no,
know,
nigga.
I know you can fucking
that shit.
drink it and snort it.
No, fuck that shit, bro. What the fuck you mean?
You never heard
Can't
about
fuck it with
ecstasy
that
from me, kid.
attitude.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I'm like, fuck that shit. Is okay. Well, so I was like having anxiety, right? And then I was in the fucking on the in la sala. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah, yeah.
in English. I was on the
That's called
sofa,
a living room. You
living room.
uncultured swine.
Shut the fuck up. My
Keep
main
going,
language
dude.
is English. Fuck.
Sure, of course it is, of course it is. Oh, this
Yeah.
is Giselle. He's our like pet in the podcast. He's kind of like Meowth, yeah, but he's like a mongoose, a talking mongoose. His native tongue is Spanish, but he knows his retarded way around like English from once or twice.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
at least he doesn't speak. At least he doesn't speak like Gorilla Grodd. You know, like.
That's a lot of shit coming from you, Luis. Do you remember about your ex?
Oh shit.
Don't bring her up in this. She actually
Okay.
sounded like Gorilla Grodd.
She did though. She sounded so
She's like, yo, Luis, you, me, sex.
that's
yeah,
disgusting.
like,
Okay. Continue on this fucking story. I was on the sofa, right? I was
Disclaimer,
staring.
she had a very sweet voice. She just had the pronunciation of Gorilla Grodd. Keep going.
I was on the sofa, right? I was staring at the ceiling. I was like, yo, let me take a break. I want to sleep. I fucking closed my eyes. I swear, not even joking around. I fucking saw Goofy, dude.
Oh, what?
I saw Goofy.
What the fuck? Is this turning into a Disney nightmare? What the hell? Like a creepy pasta about like fucking Mickey? Nah.
Yo, I just saw Goofy, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Then he go, hey there, hey there, Giselle. Nah.
And that is the part where I got raped. No, nigga.
See,
Sorry.
see what I mean? See what I mean? He's like he's
that's
like a
hot as
retarded
fuck,
mongoose.
boy.
So,
10 out of 10 would see that, Joey.
Fuck yeah. The fuck?
I love how Joseph is in the background, just fuck yeah. Yeah.
fuck yeah. I'll do
Because
it.
I was in the kitchen looking for cereal and I don't have cereal, man.
I do. I have Cheetos. And you also have my like you have my container, which I gave you curry in. You should probably give that back. You fucking thief.
Fucking, I told you to come pick it up when you can, and you fucking never told me when. Pick it up.
True.
Oh,
True.
no.
You could also teleport
no.
it to my house. Oh, come to my house. You know. Are you gonna finish your story, Giselle, or are you just gonna fucking start there like gargling cum?
Shut the fuck up. I'm drinking water. I was like, oh man, I'm fucking seeing Goofy on my sleep, dude. And then I just went to my room, I slept. But when I woke up the next day, I was like, oh, I feel new. I feel excited. I feel great. I woke up.
Then
I get up from the bed, 2 steps, I got knocked out.
same.
The
Same.
end.
Me when I get gummies. Ah man. But yeah. Oh, I got another story. Before we end this section, just go to the next one because fuck it. I once got high, right? This weed.
Shut up, fuck!
What the fuck? Is he
You're
yelling?
fucking joking.
What?
Is he
Pour
yelling at
expired
us or
milk?
is he yelling at his retarded brother? Anyways.
Yelling at you guys. What the fuck?
Anyways, I once
Taking my
got
phone.
high, but this was with an old friend of mine, right? Very good friend of mine. We bought this weed, right, in Plaza from a
Mhm.
guy, and it was really strong. We went to this really far off place near the cinema, and we started smoking it, right? It was so strong that we literally went walking to Plaza, and I forgot the route. I can't tell you how I got there. I just know I fucking got there, and I went on the cushions like near one of these stores,
Macy's.
and yeah, and we're just like sitting there on the floor. She's like talking to me, and I could only remember like every 3 seconds of the conversation because my mind would just go like, "What is he saying?" And the word would echo in my head and slowly kind of fade away. Like I was that high. We went that high on to see like Spider-Man, Homecoming. That was literally I think the first day it came out, if not the second. And I don't remember half of the fucking movie. I don't remember half of the fucking movie. I just remember the I just remember that I'm watching Spider-Man. I see the end, the first part. Then it kind of skips, and I'm seeing him fight against I forgot his name, the villain. But anyways, that guy, and then just like skips, and he's like in the like I think he was like at the homecoming dance. Then he fights again with that guy, and then I think he dies, and that's about it. Like it just jumped. I blacked out. Like I would black out. I wouldn't remember it to the point where I was talking before that, before going into the into the fucking like movie. I was talking, and I can't tell you shit about what was happening because I just know I was talking about something. Then I kind of blacked out, and we were talking about another thing. Then I blacked out, and we were talking about something else. Then I blacked out, and we were going to like the fucking room. That's how it was. That's how strong it was. To the point, I tried watching like 30 Reasons Why.
Last thing you
13.
last thing you know, you fucking sold your goddamn your goddamn organ.
Yeah, to that point. But it got to the point where tried to I smoked that, right. I was in my house and I was trying to watch the 13 Reasons Why, and I don't remember half of the series. The other half
That's
I
a
do
good
remember.
thing.
That is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Yo.
So yeah, continue.
Sorry, no, that's about it. That was it.
Oh,
Got
okay.
high for a moment. So, so anyone else got some high stories? That's about it.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
about
man.
it.
Like, you guys need to invite me in the summer, man.
Dude, we have to. Like, I'm still waiting on trying
Yeah.
to get those gummies, and like, we should make a good story about that and like talk about it over here.
Again,
Yeah.
after tomorrow, I'm free.
Like, dude, we should probably like fucking
Dude,
each
we
take a
should take
gummy
the
when we're
gummies.
doing.
We should take the gummies to the fucking pool party.
Oh shit.
That's if I get 'em, man.
We're gonna die. I'm gonna drown on the 4 feet pool. Swear.
So, Giselle,
I've
Giselle,
never gone swimming
Giselle,
while
Giselle,
high, so I
Giselle.
don't know how that's gonna go.
If we go to Disney, like the teacher said, we need to get hooked up.
Yeah, we need to. Obviously,
You going to Disney?
Do
What?
we-
the choir teacher told us like, "Yo, this is how we're gonna go." Like when Joseph is in 11th and I'm on 12th, the next year, if we want to go to like travel and shit, but this time we need to fucking pay. We need to pay.
Ah,
So if we like straight up if they bust our asses to get the money and all that shit, or we're gonna go travel. Or tour around Puerto Rico or go travel United States. But we want to go to United States.
yo,
So if we go to Disney to the choir competitions that they do,
Mhm.
if we can go,
get to the point.
well, we're gonna. I just wanna get high with my buddy. The fucking plane.
That's true, but we can't. Oh, on the plane, yes, because we can't bring it with us unless we have like
No.
gummies that look like fucking sour kids and shit, and we sneak
Yeah.
that in. We can do that. But that's about it. But yeah, I was gonna say, dude, remember Ryan?
Yeah.
No, Ryan. Did I really just say his name on? Shh, not Ryan. Brian. Name was Brian. I didn't say his real name here. I'm sorry, I didn't say his real name here. Well, he was like he's obviously gonna know who we're talking about, but the guy was honestly terrifying to anyone who didn't know him. The guy had some real
Well,
power in the school, I swear.
Yeah,
still does.
still does.
Imagine that. Guy had. Any stories about him? Where should I start?
Oh
I don't know,
shit.
man.
Well, this guy, right? He had some fake accounts, right? And he would
Oh.
he was gay,
I-
just so you know. He was gay. So he was the cunning type of gay. He would have like these accounts and he would trick guys into, well, getting photos of their bodies.
Sometimes
Um,
he would use his own account, his primary.
yes, he was very skilled at getting guys, to show their bodies.
That's not a
My
skill.
body's telling me yes. You know what I mean. Any,
Yeah.
anyways,
Their dicks.
the guy, yeah, the guy was just cunning, honestly, and he got photos of a lot of guys, about over like 400 guys, counted by him. That's how skilled he was. The guy was just he's like the fucking
Oh, and he made sure you fucking knew he had over
You
400
dick
guys
pics.
dick.
Yep. Oh, the guy was like the Leonardo da Vinci of dick pics. He's cunning as fuck. He's like you know. God, the guy
But
was
don't get me wrong.
like who?
Don't get me wrong. He has more power right now than he had before he left the school. Because before he left the school, he didn't just leave the school because he was failing the classes. This is actually something that not everyone knows. He was just getting way too many problems because a lot of problems because the dick pics started piling up on top of each other. So he had to leave the school.
Yeah, he got himself in trouble apparently from getting so much dick pics because a lot of people knew that he leaked his dick pics after this one fateful encounter with a guy I knew. That's a story for another day.
The thing is that there is a girl. I'm not gonna mention her name. No one's gonna know her either way. But she's like this really tall, fat chick that's really annoying.
Oh.
She would pass herself as a friend of Ryan, but all she actually cared was going to his phone, sharing the dick pics he had, and then she would share them to everyone. And then whenever the fingers were pointed, she pointed it back at Ryan.
Wow.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Robbing the witch and robbing the
Ryan, my
rich
bad.
and saving the poor. Jesus,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
he was a
that was
character.
just fully fucked up. Yeah.
But aside from his like fucked up nature, he was very resourceful, kind of nice. Sometimes kind of full of himself. I won't lie, kind of full of himself and a bit
All the time.
con-
The thing that
convoluted.
that's the thing I hated the most of him. Like nothing else pissed me off except the fact that he would always like think he's hot shit. And sometimes sure, he has the right to think it because in some aspects, like, he was really skillful and all that shit. But there's a point where you need to stop, and there's a point where you start believing yourself so much where you start spewing bullshit, and that's where the point that he was at. Like he legit thought that he was the best choir fucking member of the whole choir. He like legit thought he was the shit.
I mean, he's very skilled socially, just not in choir. Not in choir.
Nope.
Nope. Nice guy
He's a
though. Nice
good
guy though.
singer, but
Yeah.
not on choir.
Yeah, I liked him. He was very resourceful, kind of nice. Aside from his convoluted nature, and little discrepancies here and there, but I liked him. I liked him a lot.
He tried to convince me I was bisexual. I'm not. I'm
Ah,
straight. I just want to
Oh.
make that abundantly fucking clear. I'm straight. That's forever on.
um, That's forever on this now. But yeah, man. Talking about that, I'm pretty sure like there are people we hate.
Yeah.
Talk about that. I got a
Yeah, like
few.
we share like people we all hate. Like there's some the three of us hate a lot.
We'll not talk about him yet, cause like no. But
He's
we
not
can
even
talk
the only one.
about
He's not even the only one. There's a lot more people that the three of us hate.
like new record.
Ah, yeah.
So let's explain that little Okay, let's explain that little side joke right there. So that little inside joke that we have, it's new record. The guy had this girlfriend, right? He's like 20 at the time. The girl was like 12, and she was at the same church as him. Yes. Have you heard the joke? A priest walks into a bar. No, just me.
No.
Anyways, he's the priest. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so the guy is like 20. He's in the same. He's like in 12th grade, and his girlfriend's like 12.
Hold up,
you know,
hold up 1 second, Luis. Hold up 1 second, Luis.
what a
So
coincidence, right?
Luis can do religious jokes, but I can't. Just so the fuck.
Oh.
Oh.
Fucking complete silence.
I have special privileges, okay? Giselle knows his place.
Bro,
Anyways,
Fuck off.
anyways, what was that? So he's like I said, 20 something, she's like 12, and everyone's like, oh, that's cute. He has a girlfriend because he's hit on a lot of girls in the fucking choir. And they're all like,
except to me, because I knew that girl was 13 years old because she was at the school that I was, and she was one grade below me, and she never fucking failed a grade. That was just so fucked up.
Well, anyways, the thing is that like every girl in the choir was just like, finally, he's out of my back and away from my ass, you know. So everyone was just like, oh, cool, he has a girlfriend, and everyone's like trying to figure out like who she is and all that. And he's like all shy and shit, like, oh no, I'm not gonna tell. It's like a fucking 13-year-old girl having her first boyfriend or some shit. It's like that, and we finally figure out when when he gets dumped that she's like fucking 12 to 13, and
Because
she
of
dumped
me,
him.
because I decided to stay silent because I didn't want no one spewing shit, but this guy fucking deserved it.
But the thing is that she dumped him in 2 days, and we're all just fucking laughing. Everyone, and like all the boys are just laughing, like, oh shit, like she's 12 and she dumped him in 2 days. We're all just laughing.
The excuse was that she was going to United States and they had to leave each other.
And yeah, and then goes Joseph out of nowhere, and he goes like, new record. Just as he walks into the door of the choir, everyone starts laughing. Poor guy.
Oh shit.
Oh, but his
No
story
one
doesn't
else but
stop
us
there.
two. No one else but us two was laughing, by the by.
To me, everyone was laughing. Fuck it. You and me are the only people that matter, so everyone was laughing. Yes.
Fuck.
His story doesn't stop there. We went to the choir vacation, as we said earlier, in like 2 hours ago. And the thing is that he's an athlete. He's a
wait. Aren't we gonna leave that for next week though? Or are we gonna what are we gonna do?
Want to leave that for next week?
Yeah, let's leave it for next
because
week.
like if we start giving like tidbits of the story, then we're just gonna be like, well, fuck, we gave everything basically. So let's just leave that. Let's
True. Well, I'm
leave
just
that.
gonna leave you with that. He's an athlete, and he's like, he's in special education, but he's not
We
like,
did We'll tell you.
yeah, he's not like mentally impaired or anything like that. He just has a learning disability, and just
He looks like
the
an
most
overgrown baby, Luis.
true. He's also an overgrown baby and can sometimes get really annoying. You
He's
try.
a
You
special
try.
kind of retard.
He's
Yeah.
this kind of retard. Of course, he's a special kind of asshole sometimes. But yeah. Anyone else we hate?
Um. Well, this is a special case, but there's like this girl that's
Right,
friends
La
with
Blanca.
the. No, 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 no. I don't even hate her that much anymore. Like yo me puedo pasar con ella. Like it's not a
I'm
problem
still,
anymore.
I'm still shocked at the fact that she was like, one time she was like, "Oh, I need some dick" in front of me. Like, I need some dick. I'm like, whoa, whoa, young lady, simmer down.
I don't fucking. I stopped caring. So like, there's this
I'm still fucking
other,
shocked.
there's this other girl. She has like pretty puffy hair. She was with him talking shit.
Wait,
The
one of all.
Giselle's
Which one of all?
the Giselle's current girlfriend.
Yes.
You remember who was talking shit other than him? No dick.
Right. Let's call her. Let's see what we can do. Let's call her Katra. She kind of looks like Katra from She-Ra, or like She-Ra, or like He-Man when there was a crossover between She-Ra and like He-Man. Katra, she looks like that, like with really
fucking
puffy ass
lost.
hair. She looks like a 90s hair model. That's how she looks like. No, 80s hair model. Sorry.
So like here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing with her. I didn't hate her. Luis didn't hate her. The only one that hated her was Giselle because she talked a lot of shit. But I didn't give a shit because she talked no shit about me. But then she talked shit about me and Luis
Fuck.
at the same time.
Ow! Shit, sorry.
It's okay.
Someone bit his dick.
So she started talking shit about me. She started talking shit about Luis, and I was like, that is not cool. Fuck this bitch. And ever since then, we just all hate her now.
I don't hate her. I just dislike her. But I
I'm
don't talk
lost.
shit about her because she's killing herself, and I like to see people suffer like that.
I'm lost.
Well, if that was the
Yeah.
case, you would have left No Dick alone now, wouldn't you?
Oh no, he was a special case. He was a special case of piss me off. I can tell the story right now.
Go ahead. I don't think
Yo.
the three of us.
Before the story, I'm fucking lost. Who the fuck was the girl that fucking talked shit about me?
Puffy hair looks like
She didn't talk
Looks
shit
like the
about
girl
you, but
from-
she gave you the Rick and Morty Franco Pop.
The Rick and
The bitch
Morty
look-
what?
Franco
The
Pop.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she's the one that looks like the ape girl from Planet of the Apes, the 90s film,
God.
like that.
No creo que es para tanto,
Anyways,
pero-
anyways, so No Dick, let's talk about him. So he wasn't in my sights of hatred when I was, when I was first dealing with the situation. But then he started kind of like looking at me badly.
Just for reference, it's a she. Hence no dick. Just in case.
Yeah. So the thing is that I call him a he because at least he deserves that much. It's not a
I
real
don't
man.
think he deserves that much. He's a real scum. He deserves nothing.
True. But anyways, I got used to calling him me. The thing is that he kind of pissed me off, right? So at first it was kind of like annoying, but that was it. And I told his girlfriend, he's glaring at me. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like people glaring at me unless they want to fight, right?
The girlfriend knew that, by the way. The girlfriend knew that.
Mm-hmm. Don't glare at me unless you want to square up, right? So I told her, make him stop, because right now it's really annoying that every time I'm singing, out of nowhere I feel a glance, and it's this little shit glaring at me. I want to punch him in the face. So I had to do that about 5 times in a month, and I got sick of his shit. And I went right next to him, and I just whispered in his ear. No one noticed. I went, "If you glare at me again, I'm gonna beat you bloody." And he stopped. Girlfriend got pissed at me, but he stopped. And that's when I started really hating him. I had no beef with him till that. I sound like a real sociopath, I swear.
You are like, what is that? Was that even for the bait? Was that even up for the bait?
Shut up. Anyways, so that's why I hate No Dick. If he hears this, he'll know it's him. I just don't give a shit.
Okay, so I
But
hate
yeah.
No Dick because like he gave me way too much information. And when I told the girlfriend, he proceeded to say that he said nothing, even though he gave me a lot of information that was accurate, by the way. But
Oh,
nobody believed me.
And just for reference, he was the only one that knew that information. No one else knew that information except him.
Exactly.
Because at that time, the girlfriend had no friends and she trusted no one. So no one knew except for her. I'm pretty sure her best friend who's in the United States and her boyfriend. That's it. Those are the only people who knew.
Oh shit.
Until her boyfriend, opened her mouth. Opened his whatever the fuck.
Yeah, she opened her mouth, told me all that shit, and then proceeded to be like, "Oh, I didn't say shit. You a liar." And I'm like, "What?"
We're just airing our dirty laundry here, cause fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
It's been almost like a year and a half, if not 2. I think it's been 2 already. It's been 2 years already.
Yeah,
No.
No, actually,
It's been a year.
we
It's
haven't
been a
hit
year.
the point where, yeah,
It's a year. I'm overestimating, but it's been a year.
yeah.
Yo.
It's been a year since we
So-
started talking too.
Yeah, so it's been a year since the whole incident, and we're still salty about it. I'm
Yeah,
still
no,
salty about
definitely.
it.
I'm still fucking. I'm still heated, and the fucking thing is that like we're supposed to be cool, but I came out as the villain, and that seemed, and I wasn't satisfied. But then the whole choir was like, don't fucking waste your time. Everybody knows he's a fucking asshole." Okay, that makes me.
That doesn't make me happy. I wanted him to grow up. Never got the chance.
I don't give a shit anymore. For me, he could fucking die. He could fucking live. He's nothing to me.
Exactly.
Same. Until I get the bloodthirst again and I start fucking with him, because why the fuck not?
When you feel fucking emotionally down, you just fucking try to kill someone. So the fuck.
No. When I really feel annoyed by him, I'll just go mess with him. At this point, like he was literally so just so bothered by us that he couldn't even look me in the face after a while because he really pissed me off, and I would bother him a lot. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where he'd see me somewhere and he'd literally just turn and go.
Yeah, but it's well deserved. It's very well.
It was pretty
Yeah.
She
well
was-
deserved.
She was asking for it, and like nobody fucking likes her because like she just keeps lying to get out of the fucking hole she digs himself into, and her own best friend Brian just fucking like, actually he did do it. So it's like not even your best friend has your back. Like, bitch, just dig your own grave.
So the guy was literally digging his own grave and dragging people with him, and it was just really annoying to see his girlfriend just, "Oh, well, that's not happening. You're wrong. He's my knight in shining armor." So, in spite of everything, she was like, "Ah, fuck it." She's left with nothing right now. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was just
I
bad.
think that's it's appropriate
Overstatement?
time to. No, I think this is appropriate time to like wrap up because it's been almost 2 hours if I'm not mistaken since we started
Damn.
recording.
Yeah.
This has been a long this has been a long acid trip. So I think
If
we need to
anybody
wrap up.
if anybody's still listening to this, you are the real MVP. Honestly, thank you. Because this is really
Definitely,
long.
this was a long ass like podcast. This is our first
Conversation.
podcast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and this was really long. Honestly,
We promise.
just
We promise we'll make him shorter.
yeah, maybe we should make them shorter.
Yeah,
We
but
should
this
do
was
this, but
definitely.
this was a good podcast.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. Well,
All right, let's wrap up.
been nice being with you guys. We love you. We care about you. Thank you for listening in, and goodbye. Okay,
Fucking
goodbye.
acid trips.
Acid trips.